Good morning, Woodchucks. My name is Maisha.
And I'm Briley. These are your morning announcements for Thursday, February 29th, 2024. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the moment of silence.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing for the moment of silence.
Please be seated.
It is time for today's weather. Today will be mostly sunny. The high temperature today will be 47 degrees and the low temperature will be 37 degrees. There is a 0% chance of precipitation today.
Today's lunch choices are breakfast for lunch, chicken fillet on a bun, pork barbecue sliders, or Caesar salad.
Remember that lunch choices can change during the day.
There are no woodchuck birthdays today.
Today is February 29th, a date that only occurs every 4 years. Do you know why we have this extra day this year?
Here's a short video explaining why we have a February 29th today.
A calendar year is made of 365 days, a number that refuses to be divided nicely, which is why we end up with uneven months of either 30 or 31 days, except for February, the runt of the litter, which gets only 28, except when it gets 29 and then the year is 366 days long. Why does that happen? What kind of crazy universe do we live in where some years are longer than others? To answer this, we need to know just what is a year. Way oversimplifying it, a year is the time it takes the Earth to make one trip around the Sun. This happens to line up with the cycle of the seasons. Now, drawing a little diagram like this showing the Earth jauntily going around the Sun is easy to do, but accurately tracking a year is tricky when you're on Earth because the universe doesn't provide an overhead map. On Earth, you only get to see the seasons change, and the obvious way to keep track of their comings and goings is to count the days passing, which gives you a 365-day calendar. But as soon as you start to use that calendar, it slowly gets out of sync with the seasons, and with each passing year, the gap gets bigger and bigger and bigger. In 3 decades, the calendar will be off by a week, and in a few hundred years, the seasons would be flipped, meaning Christmas celebrations taking place in summer, which would be crazy. Why does this happen? Did we count the days wrong? Well, the calendar predicts that the time it takes for the Earth to go around the Sun is 8,760 hours. But if you actually timed it with a stopwatch, you'd see that a year is really longer than the calendar predicts by almost 6 hours. So our calendar is moving ever so slightly faster than the seasons actually change. And thus we come to the fundamental problem of all calendars. The day-night cycle, while easy to count, has nothing to do with the yearly cycle. Day and night are caused by Earth rotating about its axis. When you're on the side facing the Sun, it's daytime, and when you're on the other side, it's night. But this rotation is no more connected to the orbital motion around the Sun than a ballerina spinning on the back of a truck is connected to the truck's cruising speed. Counting the number of ballerina turns to predict how long the truck takes to drive in a circle might give you a rough idea, but it's crazy to expect it to be precise. Counting the days to track the orbit is pretty much the same thing, and so it shouldn't be a surprise when the Earth doesn't happen to make 365 complete spins in a year. Irritatingly, while 365 days are too few, 366 days are too many, and still cause the seasons to drift out of sync, just in the opposite way. The solution to all this is the leap year, where February gets an extra day but only every 4 years. This works pretty well, as each year the calendar is about a quarter day short, so after 4 years you add an extra day to get back in alignment.
We have our first class to earn their Golden Plate Award for this month.
Congratulations to Miss Beverly's class for earning their Golden Plate Award for February.
The Good News Club is scheduled to meet today after school.
There will be testing again today. The library opens in between tests and after testing completes.
Check the status page through the hub before sending students.
It is PBIS Thursday. Here is Ms. Sartorius with this week's message.
Hello, Woodchucks! It's PBIS time! Let's talk about classes who have met their goals. First up, we have Miss Smith's class in 2nd grade. Their goal was to raise your hand without blurting out, and they earned a pajama movie stuffy snack day. Congratulations, Miss Smith's class! Miss Riddick's class in 3rd grade, their goal is following directions the first time asked, and they earned a stuffy day. Well done! Mrs. Farrig's class in 1st grade, their goal is waiting your turn to talk, and they earned a glow stick party. Mrs. Gunlock's class in 4th grade, their goal is quiet transitions, and they earned a PJ movie day. Mrs. Johnson and Mrs. Angelova's class in kindergarten, their goal was listening to the speaker, and they earned a glow party. And Miss Sanders' class in 5th grade, their goal is class compliments for following school expectations, and they earned extra recess and freezy pops. And to our students whose slips were pulled on Fridays, we say congratulations for following the Woodstock way and going above and beyond. So keep doing what you're doing, Woodchucks, and remember to follow the Woodstock Ohana way.
Let's all say the Woodstock way together.
Be respectful, be responsible, be safe, be kind, and be diligent.
Have a wonderful Ohana Woodchuck Day.